And it is game number 2. Welcome to the Australian Lacrosse Network. Here is the men's game. We've got Victoria, WA. Shandell Oliver, welcome to the commentary box again.
Yeah, game number 2, Championship Sunday. No better place to be.
And as the teams line up on the outer side, we're about to throw here to our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Tim Dobson, to announce the teams onto this field for this championship game.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the men's final for the 2025 Lacrosse Australia National Championships. First, for the grand final, let's introduce our officials. Head official for today, Rick Smisson. Official 1, Luke Keesing. Official 2, Shane Abbott. The chief bench official, Tim Kennedy. And the bench manager, Danny Whitbourne. Now, the side from Western Australia. Number 1, Lucas Kozwara. Number 2, Ryan Hockey. Number 3, Ashby Dennis. Number 5, Tegan Hirsch. Number 6, Jordan Gillespie. Number 7, Thomas Richards. Number 8, Luke Walton. Number 9, Shane Thomason. Number 10, Rhett Johnson. Number 12, Aaron Salter. Number 13, Mitch White. Number 16, Daniel Bowater. Number 18, Jaden Rodriguez. Number 22, Jackson Bowren. Number 24, Lachlan Walker. Number 26, Luca Dillon. Number 37, Alex Riordan-Ager. Number 41, McGregor Allen. Number 66, Jed Martella. Number 88, Ashby Farrell. And number 99, Jay Bidwell Barton. Coaching staff for the Western Australians. Head coach is Adam Jory Disenjory. Assistant coach Glenn Morley. Team manager Craig Allen. And medical staff Mark Madison. Now your home Victorians. Number 1, Sean Aaron. Number 2, Mitch Baker. Number 3, James Lawson. Number 4, Tom Mollison. Number 5, Noah Jenny. Number 7, Liam Fothergill. Number 8, Cal Gibson. Number 11, Josh Yeoman. Number 12, Chris Plum. Number 13, Campbell McKinnon. Number 14, Brock Gawley. Number 15, Lachlan Russell. Number 17, Shay Moat. Number 19, Sean Clark. Number 24, Ethan Buchanan. Number 31, Luke Dobson. Number 33, Lachlan Bown. Number 43, Donnie Howard. Number 51, Sydney Dunham. Number 77, Marcus Arambatsis. And the management staff for the Victorians, head coach Gareth Allen. Assistant coach Travis Roost. Assistant coach John Tokarua. Bench coach Chris Baker. Team manager Kelly Ellingworth. Team medic Cliff Butler. And team medic Alexander Rubens. Now, for all of you who are able, please be upstanding and remove your hats for the playing of the Australian National Anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and wealth of toil. Our home is good by the sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every state advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing advance Australia fair.
Oh, and as the hairs stand up on the back of the neck with the Australian national anthem. It was bursting in our ears here, Shendell.
It was. I nearly started singing. Then I realised we had the mics on.
We did, and we would have liked to have heard you belt out the Australian national anthem.
I would have.
You've done it a few times with your coaching career, but I tell you what, it is game on now here. WA Victoria. The last time these two teams met, well, Victoria got the jockeys at 13-7. What does today hold? We've seen it, well, I won't say an upset in the women's, but we didn't expect a margin of 12-6 South Australia over Victoria.
No, not just that. And you said you had a bunch of stats at the start of the game saying every time the last 4 national championships that's been on home turf has been won by the home team. So it did. The stats favoured the Victorians, so to see it swing so far the way of the South Australians was an absolute credit to the South Australians. To come over to Victoria and win away from home is such a big feat. And this game, I think Western Australia's had quite a lot of progression through the week. They've built and built and built as the week's gone on, and they played Victoria earlier in the week. They played South Australia yesterday.
Yep.
Yesterday.
Under
I'm like,
lights.
when was it?
It seems like a week ago.
Yes, and the offense that Western Australia brought, particularly in the third quarter last night, was the game changer. And I think if they can continue with that progression and that level of offense, I think things are going to swing the way of WA.
And it's going to be an absolute pressure cooker here as the two teams are just being addressed there by the head referee in Ricky Smithson. And two teams have shaken hands, they've tossed the coins, and now it is on to the playing of this game. They are all going to be nervous. It doesn't matter whether you've done this 10 times or it's your first. It is always pressure in the first 5 minutes, and it's up to the officials. Really big South Australian crew in the middle.
Yep.
For the officials as they set themselves. Victoria come out of their huddle. WA about to hit the fields as well with the starting 10 coming on. Goals have been checked. There's no holes in them. I don't think there'll be any holes in this game.
No, I don't think so either. And I think that the goals are looking all clear. I know they changed some over earlier as well. Actually, interestingly enough, I don't know if you know much about the Callum Jake Robertson Foundation, but one of their objectives for their foundation is goals for everyone, and they're actually donating 50 goals to the Under-15 National Championships later this year. So there'll be goals for everyone very soon, so you might even see some new ones down here at Footscray.
Well, that is absolutely fantastic, and Cal and Jake. Cal was dear to my heart. I got to spend a lot of time with Cal over in San Diego in 23. I sat with him for about 8 games, and we talked lacrosse and had a couple of beers, and rest in peace, brother. I know he'll be looking down here on this day.
And the Victorians actually wearing the jumpers on the back of their jumpers, which you can buy online too if you do go to the Victorian social pages that say "Live Bigger, Shine Brighter and Love Harder," which is all the mottos of the CJR Foundation. So
it is indeed.
Shout out to Deb and Marty and the Robertson family and all those of us who loved Cal.
Yeah, big love coming your way from the Australian Lacrosse Network.
Yes,
Shendell.
and there will be a lot of West Australians tuning into this game, obviously being a WA team playing, so I know that they'll all be loving the shout out to Cal as well.
It is indeed, and we've got Timmy Dobson, who's just finished his Master of Ceremonies. He is going to take all the stats that matter. Daniel Bowater yesterday pulled up lame at the end of the game. It looks like it might have just been a cramp because he's going to line up. Ball is in the centre. It is going to be Clark up against Salty, and this is a contest. Solder yesterday, outstanding, my MVP pick, didn't get it. But I tell you what, he couldn't have been far away from it.
He was absolutely unstoppable in the face-off yesterday.
As the ball gets snapped for quarter number 1. Solder looking to pick it up. Those nerves are out there. Good work there from Solder again. Ball on the deck. Solder flicks it back. Finds his opposition number in Clark. And Campbell McKinnon You could just see a few nerves there in that ground ball
Yeah,
contest.
the scuffle. Yeah, and no one could cleanly pick the ball up till there was that flick and actually rolled in the direction away of Clark.
And it's not because of this surface. It is still exceptional out there, this surface. Ball down the back, looks up, and that's tipped off the stick, and it's going to go out of bounds. And that's that nerves I was talking about. Just the team that settles the best here will get the chocolates. As always see it in finals. Bidwell Barton, as the shot clock comes into effect for the men's game. And Tom Richards, well, don't let him. And the ball sails over the top, a turnover. Brock Gawley looks up, finds Campbell McKinnon. And Cam just sending it over. I mean, he's going a jogging pace the way he runs. He says, Jaden Rodriguez, just get out of my way, please, as he comes into the offence.
And now the ball with Mitch Baker. Mitch Baker has been a huge player for this Victorian offence this week. Looks to drive on Gillespie.
Leading goal scorer for Victoria is Mitch Baker. Has 19, I think, for the tournament. Or 17, one of those. It's in the double figures. Oh, and shot there from Donnie Howard. And Jay Bidwell Barton, huge last night against South Australia.
Yeah, a big, tall goalie, but moves so well. The ball's looking to be cleared here through Tom Richards. Successful and gets it on to Gillespie.
So Gillespie down here to Rodriguez. He got 2 last night in the win against South Australia to put him into this final. And just sees Dunham come on behind there just to pick up Barron.
Ball's moving around the top of Western Australia's offence now. Gillespie looking to drive from the top. He wasn't getting a lot of shots off from that angle last night, so we might see him change up his shooting strategy as Walker looks to drive.
Well, he nearly got top side of Russell then.
He did.
And Russell, this big Victorian defence, as Bowron, he can shoot, but Aaron, one save apiece for the keepers. And that's the way they want to start this.
Yeah, this is going to be a battle of the goalies because they're both exceptional goalkeepers.
Haven't had a golden goal this tournament yet, Shendell.
No, we haven't.
Have they left it for the last game? As Aaron pops the ball over, finds Aaron Batsis. He's under pressure straight away there. Then manages to get through past Walton and Rodriguez and just kicks it down the back there to Gibson. Gibson over to Plum. Plum, we know what he does in big games, especially when they're live streamed and televised. He can be a match winner, Chris Plum.
Yeah, he is a showman.
Ball down the back. And nice little flip there. That was lower. Jimmer Lorison just coming around that left-hand side. And Jimmer spoke to me before the game. He said he was very pumped about this game. And I said to him, how many you got? He said 3 at a minimum.
Okay, so he's backing himself in. He's feeling confident.
He said, if I can't get my number. But as Gibson over the top, Plum on his left. Plum, Aussie captain from 2018, gets the scoring underway. We were just talking about him in big games. And Chris Plum, little right, went left, bottom corner. And that's a goal to Chris Plum.
Yeah, and
Watch
he has captained a few teams for Australia. So the ball swings high, takes a little bit of footwork east-west, and then pops it past Bidwell Barton. Nice shot and way to open the play there for Victoria, way to open the scoring.
And on the left hand, which is not his natural hand, from about 12 metres. So Plum gets the first. Ball with Soldy out the front. Good work again there from Aaron Salter. Great work in the face-off, and they're putting pressure on him straight away. And he loses ahead of his stick there. Does Mollison, picks it up, and he'll take it off, but that's going to be a warding call. So Daniel Bowater gets a call for a ward early from the head referee, Rick Smithson.
And the ball is moving now through Donnie Howard into the offence of Victoria. A few personnel changes happening to get their offensive set on the field. Mitch Baker with the ball now at the top.
Love the clearing there from Lockie Russell. He has got a bullet out of that long stick. We saw him do a couple of clears in the night before against WA. Gibson looks to get in, does get in! Gibson puts it away and does a 3-point roll. He's got a 9 from the Russian judge for the roll, but he's got a 1 against his name for the goal.
So just to review that one, sends the ball out, almost at goal line extended, tries to go topside, goes underneath, and then puts the ball low.
So they're going to have to look at that matchup. Tegan Hirsch just didn't have the pace to go with
Gibson.
Gibson then.
Gibson going to be very important today in the offense for Victoria.
Mum the other night was saying, why do I call him Cal Gibson all the time? I said, because there's a Harry as well.
Yeah, this is so true.
But he's not playing.
Anna Darren.
Oh, there goes
the
the head of the stick again. That's a second head. A second stick that's lost its head. That would have been one that I would have checked, maybe the screws. And ball comes out to Campbell McKinnon. Oh, it gets monstered. Little push there from Wally. And Wally just says, get on the ground, sir. And ball comes out. Little pick up there, and they might want to take it. Sometimes you want to take a time out here just to settle for that first offensive, but WA decide not to. Luke Wally Walton says, look at the muscles on me, and does not get through. And WA bring the ball into the forward with Walker.
Walker sends it across to Bowron. Bowron now to Gillespie. Mitch White coming on the field from Western Australia. Socko with the ball, sends it to Koswara.
And WA, a goal will settle their nerves a little. Great double there. Ball comes out here to Gillespie. Gillespie up against McKinnon. He can fire from distance, can Jason Gillespie, as can Koswara. Ball down to Walker. He's playing his customary X position and driving up. Looks inside, nothing opening up. Little fake pass there, but does not bite on that. Lockie Russell. Ball coming up. Is that going to go over and back? And that is over and back. So another turnover here for WA, and they start it quickly through Liam Fothergill.
Yeah, they've got to sharpen up on these unforced errors.
That's the third unforced error for WA. It's a 2-0 scoreline. If this scores, that's 3. That'll be equivalent to 1 turnover per goal. Baker down to Plum. Plum to Lorison. And Lorison over to Gibson. So they haven't made a change on that bottom corner. That's the matchup they think's going to work. Down there, Hirsch on Gibson. As Gibson rolls up, Donnie Howard looking. And Lorison again comes around. That time came around too low. So he's got 1 pass high and 1 pass short. So the next one you'd think he'd dial in and go straight in the middle of the goal.
Yeah, Plum bringing the ball back into play. Sticks hot, but he hasn't converted on that one.
So Chris Plum backed up there from Cal Gibson. Down to Jimmy Lorison. He's picked up by Alan McGregor. Or McGregor Alan. As Lorison looks to get in. Jay Bidwell Barton comes up. Ball at the feet of Aaron Batsis, but good enough to pick that one up. Ball comes back up to Plum. Plum again on the left hand. He's already got 1. Looks inside, walks his way in. Good save there. But the long stick there as Baker picks up the scraps. Ashby Dennis actually got in the way and saved that one. But then his player, Mitch Baker, picks the ball up.
So just having a look, Plum gets past, makes a save, and then Dennis wasn't able to recover quick enough there on Mitch Baker.
So that was Dennis made the save, but he was Baker's direct opponent. And 3 turnovers, 3 goals.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes to go in this first term.
And ball in the centre. They need to win one here. Great pick up there. Tommy Mollison does the team coming from behind. Oh, great check. And a ball and a flag down there. That's going to be a hold.
And Victoria instantly called a timeout.
So did they call the timeout before that flag?
So it looks like he's probably come through. Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll hear this. Let's listen to Luke Keesing.
Okay, cool. 7, you'll be going in the penalty box, all right? Hold.
So it's a 30-second penalty there for Tommy Richards, and there is a timeout. So
if you want to relay it, timeout was called, but during that play, a hold on goal 7 for 30 seconds.
So Luke Keesing being mic'd up for us.
Yeah, it's handy, isn't it?
It's handy, and that's right in front of us. That hold was pretty easy to pick up. And it's great to have the officials mic'd up so we can hear exactly what's going through and the communication that they offer to each other out there. They are another team on the field.
Absolutely. And doing
Tommy
a great
Richards.
job. And Tommy Richards will take a seat for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Which will see Victoria go into their first power play of the game.
And even though that timeout was called, the penalty was within that call of the timeout. So, yeah, if you're asking, hang on, didn't the timeout get called first? there's a continuation of and discontinuation of play that was already there in the hold as that was being called.
Yep.
So 30 seconds and another opportunity for Victoria.
Yeah, and if just reflecting on last night's game of WA and SA, when Western Australia started to stay out of the penalty box, that's when they got their momentum. So I think they're going to have to sharpen up on hopefully and try and stay out of the penalty box, and then that's when they'll start to get some opportunity. But so far this afternoon, the momentum has been in Victoria's offence.
So, ball, man up here, flipping around. Oh, Aaron Batsis gets screened. And the screen there, Bidwell Barton wouldn't have seen that shot from Aaron Batsis. And the man sitting next to me, Tim Dobson's just looking, going, well, you can't see him coming. It's very difficult to save as the keeper he is. And we look here to see Aaron Batsis and Barton here. Players in front of him. Aaron Batsis, really good shot there. Screened there by Donnie Howard.
There was a good use of the screen, so he shot between Dennis and Donnie Howard and used Donnie Howard's body to interfere with the shot, which left nothing for Bidwell Barton.
But here we go, WA, and it's blowing up, and the ball knocked out. And you can hear the crowd screaming for a delay of game.
Yeah, it'd be an early delay of game call if they got it now.
Yeah, so, but we saw that last night where that continuation was allowed to be played with WA against South Australia. So they were just doing the same thing. Today it gets pulled up.
Yep. And Bowater with the ball now sends it across there through Rodriguez down to Koswara, across to Hockey, back to Koswara at the top. It's going to swing down to the far side, far corner with Walker.
So Walker now back up to Hockey, back up to Rodriguez. He's got some pace and can shoot. Ball down to Bowater. Bowater up against McKinnon, looks to roll back in left. He looks to get inside, now slips. Great ball handling there. Ball lost though. But
no problem, collects it.
Good work from Bowater.
Yeah, he gets down, he gets back up very quickly. And Koswara looking to dodge with a swim move, takes a shot and hits the stick of Sean Aaron.
Not, I will say, a great shot against the good keeper.
Yeah, you've got to be better if you want to put balls behind
and Howard
Sean Aaron's back.
Runs the ball into offence. It has been all Victoria in this first term. 4-0 is the scoreline. If you are just joining us on the Australian Lacrosse Network, 5.5 to go in the first quarter as Mitch Baker picks it up down in the offensive end. Plum over to Aaron Batsis, the last goal scorer, to Howard. He doesn't have his one leg on today. He had one legging on last night.
Yes, he did. And looking for a drive through Baker. Baker finds a cutter at the top.
Great cut there from Lorison. He just couldn't quite get it in the stick. And Lorison goes again straight away. Looks up, finds Howard. Howard back up the top. Finds Gibson. Gibson with Plum. Plum, he's already got one on the left. Just looking which way he's going to go. Oh, gets
That's a good defense.
And he's lost his glove, lost his stick. That'll be withholding as the ball stayed in his stick and playing without his stick. And that'll be a flag as well. You cannot defend against the player if you're within 5 metres.
Yes, without a stick.
Well, even if you've got your stick in the men's game, if you are within 5 metres and that player starts the ball and you go and defend him, there's a 30-second penalty coming for a illegal procedure. And they're going to have to sit in the box. No, that's on Gibson, that one. I thought that might have been on Plum. That's a crowd we're up and about. But that is an absolute correct call from the officials.
So WA gets an opportunity here on their power play as personnel changes come onto the field. We see Rodriguez creeping around the top of the offensive space.
So ball down the back. Gillespie looks up, finds Bowron, looks to Ryan Hockey, to Bowron, over to Walker. Walker kicks it back to Hockey, back to Walker. Little rotation inside. Ball to Koswara. Good defense here from Victoria as the ball is there. Good knockdown. Oh, that has hit the post. Tink off the defender's stick.
Yeah, nearly rolled in, but got lucky there.
Well, you know it's your day, don't you?
Yeah.
It's come off the base of the defender's stick, down, hit the post, and just rolled straight down. And Russell gets up and over. That's offside on WA. The ball is not seen there. No, they weren't offside. There was one.
There was a
coming on.
transition. There was a sub.
Substitution. Sorry,
Yeah, Hockey was just lurking around the sideline.
I didn't see him over there.
Looked like he was almost off the field.
Tell you
So
what, why would I doubt Tim Kennedy?
yeah,
He is all over that halfway line there. So ball down the back to Lorison. You can see Lorison, he wants to get into this game.
he does, and he's been dominant so far
And he
around
goes
the back.
again up against McGregor Allen. So ball over here to Aaron Batsis. Wally, he's already flexed his muscles today, Luke Walton. Howard up against Farrell, looks inside. Oh, Mollison, good save there. Bidwell Barton. And ball comes out here.
Mac Allen looking for
Mac
help.
Allen might get a push call there. No push call as he hits the deck. And ball opens up. Oh, picked off by Howard. Tried to find Luke Walton in the centre. And WA just panicking a little bit as they're trying to get this ball out.
They just need to get their composure. I guess they were just thinking about the shot clock, and they don't want to get called on that shot clock clearing penalty. So they were trying to move it over, but got picked out of the air. Well read by Howard.
So another opportunity here. 2 minutes 20 to go in the second term. Victoria 4-0 against WA. The last time they met, it was a 13-7 game. But we saw what they did against South Australia last night with a 7-1 third quarter. They have the firepower. Howard looks over, finds Baker. Good save again from Bidwell Barton. Mollison picks up, and that's going to go over and back if he can flick it up. Doesn't. Ball can transition. Ryan Hockey looks over, has Gillespie. Gillespie!
Stings it in the top corner. So WA on the board in a transition goal. Nice. That shot, he just went to the right spot that he wanted to shoot from. So we'll just watch it on the replay. So ball rolls over.
You just see him suck out there, Jordan Gillespie. He created his own space.
He did.
On that left-hand pipe. But there's another unforced error which has resulted in a goal. That's about the fourth one today, I reckon. And WA, they've done a great job in transition there.
Yeah, that was a lovely transition goal. And, poor Sean Aaron was just left with nothing as the ball is one in.
Jenny, great pickup. Oh, Jenny just gets through some trouble. Noah Jenny, I don't know how he extracted himself out of that. He needs to get rid of it, looking for an outlet. Finds Sydney Dunham. Dunham with the long stick, just trying to pick one off. And again, that man there who wants to be in the play, Jimmy Lorison, and trying the hidden ball trick. As Lorison looks to pass the ball down. The commentator didn't fall for that one.
I did.
You were looking at Donnie Howard?
I was.
Yep, no. Nice little flip up. Howard now up against Richards. Oh, Marin Batsis! Great look down on the bottom corner there from Donnie Howard.
Yeah.
Found Marcus Aaron Batsis.
He had to move the keeper across the crease, and the ball moved faster than the goalie. So ball is high, little flip pass, cross crease feed.
Oh, and his man there, Luke Walton, did just try
Gave him
to
too much
hold
space.
that middle space, but he's been scoring like that all week, Marcus Aaron Batsis, on this left-hand side. I'm sure they would have talked about that in their team game. And ball with Sean Clark, 5-1 the score. Ball over, Aaron Batsis again with another opportunity. Campbell McKinnon, good save there from Jay Bidwell Barton. Gets a stick to it, but goes out of bounds. And 50 seconds we're hearing left on the clock. Ball up to Baker. He looks over, Campbell McKinnon. So do they have another one before quarter time here, Victoria? That'll be a big first quarter, 6-1 if they do. Jimmy Lorison, well, he's going to do it again. Looks to get around, looks inside, little flip up. Comes off Aaron Batts' stick. 24 seconds left. Still an opportunity here. Looks to go. Good work there from Richards. Oh, good work defensively, Richards. Ball flicked back in. Lorison looks up. Back to Baker, around the corner shot. There's 5 seconds left on the shot clock as the bench official comes out with the clock. So still one opportunity. Looks to Baker. Baker runs into trouble. and ball is lost. And that will end the first quarter. And good defence late there from WA, Shindell.
Yeah, that last final probably 2 minutes of WA's defence was absolutely, well, after that last goal has been really great. The push there from Tommy Richards to I guess send that ball out of bounds. It was flicked back in this side, and then that last final crash in those 5 seconds on Mitch Baker was brilliant.
It was, and talking about brilliant, well, Tim Dobson, brilliant on stats, mate. What'd you see?
Well, it's been an interesting one to start with. It looked like, and you were saying early on, we were expecting Salty to maybe put on a bit of a show this afternoon, but it's been the Victorian face-off duo, Jenny and Clark. They've got 5 wins to Salty's 2. And I think just that fact that they're getting the ball back, you see the WA side looking like they're under a lot more pressure than the Victorians, because the Victorians believe they're getting the ball back every time. Victorians are more happy to shoot. You know, they've put more wide of the goal than Bidwell Button has saved, but they're really pushing him, putting him through his paces with their shooting. WA have had 4 shots for their 1 goal, putting them all on cage, but Sean Aaron's been equal to it so far. So really, it seems like the face-off battle has been where the advantage has been won so far. Just
like the women's game earlier, it was the midfield work that certainly sorted out the scoreline.
It did, and we're all over it as Tim Dobson here. TD, the stats man.
He's doing a great job.
Well, he does everything. He was commentating on the outer side this morning, and we were watching inside for a little bit, and we went, well, this guy's all right, isn't he?
Yeah.
Timmy Dobson.
Keep him around.
We'll keep him around, and he is all over that. Tell you what, though, Victoria, they've opened their championship just like they would have wanted to. They have 5 on the board. And what do when they have 5 on the board? They send number 5 into the face-off.
Yeah, they
Noah
have.
Jenny. He's going to go up against Aaron Salter. Now, was his stick loose, and is that something that's there? You saw him lose his head. We've actually seen 2 stick heads loose today. So, ball out the back, and one there by McGregor Allen.
Still trying to grab
Still
that grab.
going, knocks it forward. Mollison with the ball. Good work there from Richards. Knocks it forward. Ryan Hockey picks the ball up. Gets to walk inside. Gets a flag on the play. He's going to get a push for that. No, he's going to get a slash for that. So a slash coming. So Luke Keesing right on that. And here's an opportunity for WA early in the second.
Yeah, so Mac Allen fought really hard for that ground ball, flicked it across to Tommy Richards, who then flicked it forward to Ryan Hockey, who's now covered in mud, but we'll see Western Australia in a power play.
So, ball, Bowron. Ball over here to Walker. Walker starts a little rotation, has Gillespie coming behind him. Looks down on the bottom corner to Gillespie. Bowron, he's open here on the left-hand side. Oh, now Rodriguez opened up on that bottom corner. So just need to move the ball here. Under pressure, you can see already. Hockey, good save there from Sean Aaron, just off the glove, and then just tips it up to himself and kicks it out. And ball is given up to Baker. Good pressure! That has gone. It didn't get out. And right on the spot there, Luke Keesing managed to keep it in there. Baker looks up. Good knockdown again from Campbell McKinnon. That's going to be a loose ball push. Gold! And going gold. And Campbell McKinnon is ropeable with that call.
And WA still have the extra man advantage here in their offence.
And Rodriguez just sneaks on this left as Kozwara just settles, so that comes on now, even with the playing. So no damage done on the scoreboard there, and that man up for that 1 minute slash. Although they did spend a bit of time taking it off the clock. Ball up the top to Gillespie, he steps in. Gillespie fires, good save, Sean Aaron. He is set for a good game. Donnie Howard walks past Jaden Rodriguez, and they have transition now. Howard steps down. Aaron Batsis, bottom corner, over to Baker. Baker, little shake and bake, pops it past. 10-second transition clear, and Mitch Baker gets one away after a big save there from Sean Aaron.
And then that is why it is called the fastest sport on 2 feet. You watch the ball transition, Donnie Howard sends it across, and then back to the bottom corner, across to Mitch Baker, and Mitch Baker puts it on the non-stick side there of Jay Bidwell-Barton.
And Cal Gibson had every right to try and step up and around and shoot that shot, but he saw Baker on the other side.
It was absolutely magic ball work.
And 10
Ball
seconds
movement.
from one end to the other, and a goal on the board at 6-1. So ball out to the front. Good work there from Salter. Just starting to get I think that's the second win for the quarter there. The man that matters, he'll be all over that at half time. But we've got Bowater with the ball.
It's now a 5-goal margin in the first. In the second. That's quite a big that's a big chunk of goals to have to claw back at. So WA really need to start putting some numbers away if they want to stay in this game.
Well, we saw it last night. It was really tight early, and then it turned around late as we see Rodriguez up to Hockey. He's going to have to nail through a 3 in this game. And on cue, Ryan Hockey says, all right, Tone, if that's what you want me to do, how about I put this one in the bottom left hand of the net?
You ask, and Hockey delivered. So it's that cross crease, drive from the left side,
Or just
goes top side and puts it in the bottom corner.
Campbell McKinnon needed to be that slide there, was late on that, allowed him to free his hands, got to 11 metres, and the ball comes out of these sticks so quickly. And even though that was stick side low for Aaron, again, by the time he got there, he would have thought there would have been pressure. And WA get back into this game, 6-2. But Noah Jenny says, you know what, great work there from Walton. That's the second big contest there from Luke Walton.
Yeah, he's been good today, and he's got help in Dennis across the field, which he's now seen.
Well, he's been playing with the short stick all week. Ashby Dennis looks up, looks to drive, fires. Aaron, too good a keeper. Should have just moved the ball a bit further. Donnie Howard, we saw this transition ball last time. Now they got a 2-on-1. Not there, shut down there. Good work by Hirsch. And Jimmer, old head, just takes his time and says, you know what, we don't have numbers. If I shoot this, there's no backup if I miss. And let's have an offensive set. So kicks the ball up the top. Howard picks the ball up to Plum.
Plum now, top centre, looking for options and just taking some time out of the clock, I think, as he starts to get a bit of movement.
50 seconds on that shot clock. So an opportunity here on the bottom to Aaron Batsis. Howard over to Plum, good ball movement. Jimmy Lorison, good save again from Bidwell-Barton. And ball is picked up, gets under pressure. He's a big man, Jay, and he's wearing pressure on that arm. And ball kicked out, open net. Oh, Aaron Batsis dropped the ball. Ball still on the ground, And there's one man who doesn't mind picking up a ground ball. That's Tommy Richards. Ball comes up and over and just panicked over the head. Oh, I tell you what.
There was a lot happening in that set.
Marcus Aaron Batsis, he would have just thought, if I pick this ball up, I've got Jay Bidwell-Barton out the back. All I have to do, harder to do than with an open net though. And ball comes back into the Victorian end through Tom Mollison. And all has been restored. A little bit of calm here in the game.
Yeah, that was a bit frantic, those couple of moments.
Howard with the ball up the top, just gets past Richards and then picks up the shorty there in McGregor Allen. Howard fires and that's gone out of bounds. And Chris Plum with the back up there. So we've got 46 seconds on the shot clock. As the ball got reset, looks on the bottom, Jimmy Lorison. He just looks like he wants to tear this game apart, Lorison.
Yeah, he's been in everything so far.
Howard, good contest. Oh,
speaking of everything,
contest.
Tommy
Great
Richards
work,
is back.
Richards, and turns it over. Luke Walton, well, he doesn't shoot many, but he has an opportunity here. Kicks the ball down. Ball down in the bottom corner. Hirsch, he sneaks down as well. Walton opens up in the middle, but Ryan Hockey just gets the fumbles, and Brock Gawley has the ball now, kicks it up to Barron, and their whole just about defence substitutes back as they were all up and going. Defence for WA doing a great job on transition.
Yeah, running the ball out of defence with the poles there. I reckon if it was Tommy Richards, he would have sent it. But they handed it off and let the offence get to work.
So just stuck on a post here is Lockie Russell. Looking down there is Lockie Walker. So Walker looking to run, just creating space here. If they can get this double to slide from Walker, just taking their time. Little two-man game in the middle here with the two crease players. And he thinks he's got the advantage, so comes in. Oh, he takes his own player out. Cozzy just says Jackson Barron, ball hits the deck. Not the right option. And Bowen there, Jackson Bowen just getting knocked over by Koswara coming through on his own pick. But ball turns over and Victoria through Campbell McKinnon bring it into offense. So you saw there, and Lockie Walker didn't want to drive that post because he had his defender stuck on a post. So if he does drive and he gets and they get a cutter through there, they could create space behind for an easy shot. Unfortunately, the pass wasn't really on there, and ball turned over. A ball down here with Howard.
And Howard looking to do setting up some play there at X, and his defender is just waiting.
Lorison pops out, looks back up. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Howard looks to come around, gets there, and that one's come off the goalie. That's another save to the helmet. Good pick up there from Alex Riordan-Ager.
Chloe Tatlow's cousin.
There you go.
Yeah, so ball transitions down the field now through Gillespie. Gillespie did a great job there in defence, predominantly an attacker, and ball will move down to the back corner through hockey.
So it is a 6-2 ball game. 1 goal all in this second term so far. So it's a bit of an arm wrestle and a couple of mistakes by both sides, but a couple of good saves by the keepers has turned these balls over. So ball down the bottom. Walker looks to take pressure, does take pressure. Rodriguez over here to Gillespie. Gillespie to Hockey. Hockey looks to roll inside. Little up flip. Oh, it's just picked off there. Good pressure down the bottom. There's a bit going on down the back. And Shane Abbott just says, boys, get up and play lacrosse, will you? That could be a hold
there. Or
as the ball comes out of bounds. That is off a WA stick. And the ball will go the way of Victoria. I like that. There was a bit going on down there. They're both just giving each other a little bit. And,
still at it.
And Shane Abbott just says, oi, boys, get up and play lacrosse, will you? So, opportunity here. Gawley, and we've got a time violation. So, 20-second time violation. Koswara. And we got a time out here, have we?
Time.
Oh, we got a league. We got a simultaneous penalty with an offside as well.
Okay, so what they had the ball.
They had the ball. They committed a shot clock violation whilst Gold were offside at the same time.
I'm not sure if that's.
They definitely had the offside.
So they're just working it out there, and what they're saying is that Gold had the ball.
Yes.
There was an offside here, but there was also a shot clock violation. Sorry, Blue had ball. Shot clock violation.
Gold are offside. Blue legal procedure. Blue started with the ball. They foul. They retain it. Blue, and it will be a shot clock reset. Blue ball. Blue ball.
So there we go. Simultaneous penalties. Shot clock violation, but an offside from the WA defender, and both would be 30-second technical.
Yep.
Well, one would be a 30-second technical, but a loose ball offside. So it is simultaneous. Ball starts with the team that had it.
Yep. There, and Victoria are moving it through their offense now. Mitch Baker, I think it's down with Jimmy Lorison. No, Cal Gibson, sorry.
And there's one the officials wouldn't have had to call yet, as the shot clocks have just come into here. So they would. That's probably the first time that's ever been called in Australian lacrosse.
Yep.
Ball
and Gibson
up.
with a shot, not to be. Baker to back that up.
Well, they had plenty of blue shirts running for that backup there. Ball down to Aaron Batsis. Just a little arm wrestle there. We've got a moving pick in the middle. That's going to turn over as well. So these turnovers, they've been costly. Can WA capitalise on this? Ball kicks down the back corner to Dennis. Dennis has Baker. Baker decides to give it to his shorty in Bowater. Bowater has the ball. He just tries to entice the two shorties to come over and defend him, but manages to get over. Ball down to Walker.
Opportunity here for Western Australia. Hockey looking to set something up on the left side. Gets it over to, Gillespie. feeds it across to White. White now looking to almost set a pick there for Coswara, but it swung back this way now.
And first bit of game time here for White.
No, White was on earlier.
Oh, he was?
Yep.
Ball up here to Gillespie. Gillespie looks inside. Good work from... Oh, gets nutted in the middle. That is no prisoners down there. Shot on the board. Aarons saves the shot. Plum gets an opportunity. And Chris Plum just looking like he has about 12 hours of time to get that out. We're going to have a timeout here, I believe, charged to Victoria, as it is a 6-2 ball game. And we are watching a really, really intense contest here.
There's definitely some energy in the air. 4 goals still trailing Western Australia to Victoria. So got some work to do. Victoria are having a lot of offence time, but the unforced errors are certainly impacting on both teams.
Yeah, look, it'll be interesting to know what the turnover stats are here, because, and that comes with pressure, both sides really applying it. We got 4 minutes 21 left in the second term. Victoria call a timeout, and that will literally just be to settle this down, Shendell.
Yeah, I would say so. You're saying there is a lot of pressure, but you've got to remember, Tone, pressure is a privilege. If you're here and you're playing these big games, you're a very lucky person.
Well, I mean, and we think the same. We're very lucky to be in the positions that we are and be able to bring this to you live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network.
Absolutely.
And our broadcast sponsor, Susafanos Foundation. You know, we're very lucky to have the Susafanos Foundation who are supporting women's lacrosse.
Yes, and if your organisation wants to do some advertising here with us at the Australian Lacrosse Network, please get in touch. We'd love to talk to you. There's heaps of opportunities, whether you sponsor the scoreboard, you sponsor the halftime, the replay. We've got plenty of things to offer. So please reach out and get in touch with the Australian Lacrosse Network as we return to play.
As Chris Plum, well, he's going to take the ball. That's about where it left off. So Plum down to Baker. 6-2 with 4:15 to go in the second. Ball up the top to Howard, and the ball. They've set this really wide set again like they did the other night. They've really pushed out. Maybe they talked about that in that break, I'd suggest. As Plum looks to come. Good slide there from Walton. But there's got to be a player free here, and Walton, good defence, back up to Howard. Howard steps inside, just creates a lane, and that's what the width does with that offensive set. The slides and everything were happening, but what happened is Walton had to get back, and it opened a big gap down the middle.
Yeah, so the slide went across there, and then there's the
cut, which creates, there's no slide there, and by the time he turns around there, Tegan Hirsch,
it's just too late.
Well, the player's already at 5 metres and he's shooting on the keeper. So good time out there for Victoria. And I guarantee you that Gareth Allen has talked about that, because they were crushing in before that. So ball back on the deck, 7-2. Ball to be won is won by McGregor Allen. Or Alan McGregor.
As he carries the ball.
Affectionately.
Carries the ball down through to the offense, and WA now calling a timeout.
With 3 minutes 30 to go on the clock. Timeout WA. So Victoria, their timeout worked. Goal scored. WA, well, you're going to lose the two timeouts a half per team. At the end of the half, you lose them, and you get another 2 in the second half. So the coaching staff there have just decided, Frenchie and Gmo, to take one and try and draw something up themselves to try and bring this back to a 4-goal game before the halftime break.
Yeah, and about three and a half minutes left here in the first half.
So
Just wanting to mention one more thing, Tone. You may have seen around the grounds the Australian Under-20 team lurking about in their green jackets. They're also selling shirts here for $40 as a fundraiser. So if you are down here, or you've got someone over here and you want a Crocs t-shirt, send them a message, get them to pick one up for you and support the Australian Under-20 team who's going to Korea in August.
Jeju, and it's going to be fantastic over there. You can wear your Australian merch while you're watching them live and free. Or not live, well, I don't think it's free. I don't know. I haven't heard yet. But it's certainly going to be on World Lacrosse TV. And you might even hear some
familiar voices.
As Shendell and I have been given the honour to go over and commentate the Under-20 World Championships in Jeju.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic time.
So, ball over here to Ryan Hockey.
Hockey sends it down to Walker at X, who does most of his work from down here.
Ball down the back, and ball popped up by Koswara. Oh, that's just, he went to throw that and then thought twice about it, and he'd like to have that one back. Another transition opportunity here. Campbell McKinnon looks down, pass it down, BTB over there to Lorison. Good save there from Bidwell Barton again. And Jimmy Lorison, he just can't find the back of the net at the moment. And ball comes out the other side. Walton, that's about his third or fourth foray into the offensive end, and kicks it back over, and he'll have another opportunity here. Jackson Bowen, he was in two minds. Does he pass it or does he hold it? And it just, and we've all done that.
Flicked out of his stick.
Flicks out of your stick. But good work there and a good save from Bidwell Barton. Ball up the top, Barron. He's got a cannon, and I'll tell you what, Aaron, he had laser eyes on that one.
Yeah, that was a great shot, but for Aaron to save that, power to him.
And this is his 20-second clear, isn't it? Lockie Russell. So 7 seconds on the clear, pushes it up and over. Jimmy Lorison, every time I look around, he's got a ball in his stick. And just looks to flip it up, but no one bites on that, not even the commentator. Over to Donnie Howard, sorry, not Donnie Russell. I'm looking at Lachlan Russell in the back here out of my eyes. Ball back up to Baker. Baker has plumb up the top. What do we got? 1:48 left in the second term. Howard shoots and scores from downtown.
Yeah, right.
Donnie Howard. Woo! That one had heat.
That had some sting on it. So he had the short stick matchup. I'm just going to see it again now. So he's got the short stick matchup in Mac Allen. And there was, the slide was the other short stick.
That was on the 15-metre mark nearly of the women's fan.
Yeah, and that was a rocket.
Well, he has been good from outside, has Donnie Howard, and puts another one away, and 6-goal lead here as Salter, as Jenny picks the ball up. No, oh, great work there. It's going to take a little bit of magic here. Looks to get in, just slips over and throws it out. Probably should have given that ball up early there.
I think he wanted to shoot it, and to be fair, he's pretty reliable with a long pole and a shot, so but he just got a bit too close, lost his footing, and wasn't able to send that pass out to Koswara.
Yeah, you can see him, and why wouldn't he shoot? He's got a cannon, but probably should have given that one early as those defenders came in front of him and just managed to slip at the last minute. So, but another turnover. You know what? It's another unforced turnover as such. And ball will be down the back here with Gibson. Gibson to Plum. Under a minute now. Howard. Over to Aaron Batsis. Back to Howard. Howard being pushed out on there by McGregor Allen. We saw this last time and Howard just let one fly. Howard tries to get through. Cross crease pass. Good tip there from Dennis. Good work there from Baker. Baker under pressure. Back up to Gibson. He drew a crowd. Ball back up to Aaron Batsis to Howard. Howard looks to step inside. Does. Save from Bidwell Barton. Aaron Batsis gets knocked over and we're going to have an interference call. And that is going to go the way of WA. So, do they have time?
It's got to transition quickly if they've got 18 seconds on the clock.
18 seconds left in this second term. Ball to McGregor Allen. They're going to have to get it down and we're going to have a timeout here called to Western Australia. They use up their second timeout. Probably a good timeout, to be honest.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we may as well use it.
Well, last shot of the quarter. Looks like we've got 12 seconds left in the contest till half-time. And they may just have something special up their sleeve. All coaches do have that little
something extra to add.
Play.
Yeah.
And when they come off,
it looks great.
Well, it actually gets a team up and about, and that's what WA need at the moment.
They certainly do. They need to put something, they're going to get some pep in their step, get something back.
But for me, it's been a day of turnovers that has been costing these two sides at times. And if you don't have the ball in your stick, you cannot score.
That is so true. And we'll hear at halftime from Tim Dobson to hear where the stats are at.
Yeah,
He's got
he
a
has
lot
been-
happening over
I'll
there. He's
tell you
He's a
what,
great stat man.
It looks like he's doing algebra over there with all the numbers he's ripping in. Well, we got 12 seconds, and we'll see what happens here. Ball will start out with Lockie Walker. So what have they set here? They got a 3-3. So set wide. And Lockie Russell picks up Walker. He's just going to have to get one off here. Gillespie! Another save from Aaron. Aaron goes long. That is going to go out of bounds. And the time will run out. Another huge save there from Aaron. I'd like to know his stats as well. But we've got an 8-2 game at the half.
Yeah, and Tony, I'm going to momentarily step out of the commentary box because I'm going to go have a chat with the Australian Olympic coach, Adam Sear.
Oh, there you go. Shandell Oliver doing everything. An 8-2 game here at halftime as the two teams just get around their respective benches. Victoria heading to the bench, and as they head to the bench past Mr. One, Tim Dobson. Mate, what did you see?
Well, it was an interesting one in that second quarter. We've really seen things level out. The face-off battle is level pegging. The shots on goal has been a big difference, but the saves, that was Aaron's 8th of the game, which has been huge. Bidwell Button has 7 for my count, but the shots, Victoria have taken 20 shots to 9 for Western Australia. So we're seeing again, I was talking about it at that quarter time, the Victorians are willing to shoot because they believe they're getting the ball back every time. And on the offensive side, they're backing themselves up well. They're shooting wide rather than giving Bidwell Button too many looks at the ball. But they're playing like they're going to get it back in the middle every time. And Salter's fought his way back into the contest to make it even between himself and the two-headed monster that is Clark and Jenny. But it is really coming down to weight of numbers. The Victorians are putting a lot of shots on goal. And Bidwell Barton has been put through the ringer. As you were saying, though, Tony, with face-offs, with saves, with a number of other factors level, both sides, a lot of opportunities off turnovers as well. Neither side really ahead on the turnovers. It's been a bit scrappy from both ends. But, yeah, the big difference here, Victoria are shooting their shot as often as they can.
So there you go, nearly double the shots there as we thank Tim Dobson for the he just doesn't miss anything, TD, and 50% more shots, that equals 50% more goals, and the way that Aaron is playing, but Bidwell Barton as well. It is 8-2 at half-time. We might go and hear a word from our broadcast sponsors, the Sousa Farnos Foundation.
Really looking forward to today's session. Let's make sure we're focused, bring you intensity and lots of communication. Vital today. So let's have a great session. Short and sharp. Here we go. Okay, girls, just going to do the monkey in the middle. 1 at each end, 2 in the middle. Catch, take, quick release. Other way. The culture side is the part that I love. Leadership, player well-being. What do we need? How do we get it? Areas that we think we can add to. Okay, Aussies on 3. 1, 2, 3, Aussies!
And back we come here to 3/4. And centres are being set really quickly here. Ball back in the centre. We got Clark here. Up against Salter. Clark, Salter, he's just lying on the ball. Ball picked up there by Campbell McKinnon. So Victoria, they will start in offence first. And down they go. And Campbell McKinnon throws the ball down in the bottom corner.
And now Donny Howard setting the ball to the top to Mitch Baker. Mitch Baker just waiting for the rest of the offence to come on, and Plum takes the field now. And on cue, Plum with the ball, sends it down to Donny Howard. Around the back to Jimmer. Across to Cal Gibson. Back to Mitch Baker. And now a bit of emotion starting to happen here. Mitch Baker looking like he wants to drive this back corner. He's got the short stick matchup.
I was going to say flag is thrown there. So that's going to be a loose ball push. A push with possession. And McGregor Allen will go off. A 30-second call there. And the Victorian men, well, they are going to have a power play early in the third. They're already 8-2 up. What has Frenchie and Glenn Morley said at half-time to get their troops up here? We will find out as Plum kicks the ball to Howard, to Baker, back to... Ball comes up through to Plum. Aaron Batsis down the bottom to Gibson. Rotation start to happen. A little one comes out the back. Lorison looks up, looks to throw the ball. Does now to Gibson on the bottom corner. Back up to Baker, back to Plum. Plum over to Aaron Batsis. Aaron Batsis, good save. Ball on the way. Great pick up there. Another big save. Two big saves there from Bidwell Barton.
And a quick outlet to Ashby Farrell.
Just misses. Here's a contest. Oh, ran off well there. Marcus Aaron Batsis just took his defender out of that play and allowed Shane Moat to get through. Ball comes up to Plum. Great pick up off his toes. And Plum to Baker. It's those little 1% things there. Saw Aaron Batts as he's coming up. There was a contest. They could have been two balls going at each other as Gibson fires that one across. But just that presence of mind from Aaron Batts to run his man off and allow his defender to come through, which gives them possession again.
And the ball moves across to the camera side of the field. Aaron Battis with the ball now. Dominant lefty. Across down to Jimmer Lorison. Jimmer sends it back to Marcus Aaron Batsis.
Oh, he had to stretch high there. Watch those hamstrings in this cold weather doing that, sir. Ball, Howard, another save from Bidwell Barton. That's 3 this quarter, and another big outlet on the outer side. Hirsch just puts it in front of him. Ball picked up by Hirsch. No, puts it down there to Ryan Hockey. Hockey has Koswara, finds him now. And then we'll put it back up to Bowron.
They're just waiting for their offence to come on. So now Jordan Gillespie released onto the field.
I'll tell you what, Jordan Gillespie came on then. He just looked a bit proppy. I don't know whether he was cold or whether he didn't have a good gait when he came on and running on there, but could just be him.
Koswara wants to have a dip but decides not to and passes it on to Jordan Gillespie.
So Gillespie looking like he just doesn't look fluent at the moment, Gillespie.
They need to get a bit of a spark here in their offence. And is Hockey the man to do it?
Oh, save again there from the man in the cage with the blue stick in Sean Aaron. Got a big piece of it and it goes out of bounds. Ball comes up with Walker. Walker looks to rotate, gets inside. Walker puts one away. WA on the board first in the third term. 8-3 is the scoreline. Just lost his defender on that bottom corner. And when he saw him go down, Lockie Walker went, hang on, I can walk straight into the cage here.
Yeah, so he's a dominant righty, but he turned to his left and then kept it in his right hand and then put the ball over the shoulder there of Sean Aaron.
So the air brakes there of Lockie Russell just not working with the defence. Managed to run past him and then slipped and Walker just looked inside. So that's the one WA need. They needed one out of the middle. Jenny up against Salter. Allen, he's been good. Ball on the deck. Plum. Jimmer Lorison not able to pick it up. His opposite number 3 is. So WA, maybe a little bit of momentum here. Ball kicked over. Allen, oh, he just dropped the ball.
Bit of a fumble there from Allen. He's going to chase it down.
You know why? Because he said, look at this party trick. I'm just going to knock it this way and they're all going to leave me behind. And one over the top shot comes. McGregor Allen. He pretended to be Alan McGregor.
He just, the other personality. As Lockie Walker has the ball again. Is Lockie Walker going to be the one to stand up here for Western Australia? Let's find out.
Well, Walker into Koswara, gets monstered. Oh, and a flag is going to be on the play there and just helps him up there. And no
14 push.
malice. And that's going to be a push call.
Blue, 1-4, push!
You see
30 seconds.
Mitch White going off the field there to let Jackson Barron on for the power play.
So Brock Gawley getting the push there. But another opportunity here for WA. We saw what they did in the third term last night. It was a 7-1 ball game. If they can get 7-1, it'll be an even score. At the 3/4 time, it'll be 9-all if that happens.
Here we go, Gillespie looking, stuff starting to happen in the middle on the crease there. Got Barron hanging inside. Gillespie!
Oh, Gillespie stings one on the left hip. And Jordan Gillespie. Oh, camera angle will be right behind that. And a man on the camera, Christian Leray, he doesn't miss things like this.
And you can see it now. So here I said you've got Barron on the crease, swings it across to Gillespie.
Oh, that's stick side mid.
Stick side mid.
Oh, did not see it. Christian Leray didn't miss it though.
Nice goal there from Jordan Gillespie and way for WA to capitalise on that man up. Penalty has also been released.
So they have the first two. Salter has possession in his stick here, knocks it out. Salter to pick it up. Oh, great pick up there again from Bowater. So just a little bit of a third quarter start up. We saw this last night against South Australia. They were down 5-4 and all of a sudden at the halftime, oh, that's going to be a hold as well. And flags flying everywhere. And we're going to have another 30-second call. We'll listen here.
You got the same one? You want to call it on me? Cool.
Okay, so Donnie Howard with the 30-second hold there. You saw the two flags almost in unison.
Yes.
Make their way and almost landed together then. And love a bit of synergy. So another opportunity here for WA. Good push out there from Gawley on Ryan Hockey. Looks to come up. Ball here to Gillespie. Gillespie, can he sting another one and sting this crowd into a frenzy? Ball with Hockey. Hockey, rotation starts to come. Looks down the bottom corner. Great look down the bottom corner. And finishes there. And Jaden Rodriguez, he's taken that off the toenails and put it past Sean Aaron's toenails.
It was just so low. So the pass, Walker sees him, sends it low and just changes drops his knees almost and in a squat position and quick sticks it at the same time.
Left hand quick stick off his toes. Boy's got skill.
Not bad.
3-0 third term. 8-5 is the game. Oh, are we seeing what we saw last night? Jenny, he's going to say something about it. Noah Jenny over to Baker. Baker on the bottom corner. Loris, a good save again. That's 4, I reckon, for Bidwell Barton this quarter. Timmy Dobson, he'll be all over those saves. And ball up, looks inside. Good work there to Barron. So another opportunity here for WA. They have the momentum at the moment, and I'll guarantee you one thing. If there's another score here, there's a timeout coming to Victoria. So ball, Barron, back to Gillespie. They've got their heads up. That fires down. You can see all the South Australian men just sitting down behind the cage there. And the women are down there too by the look of it. Some of the women. A good save again from Sean Aaron. Just gets the chest out. Ball to be won. Lockie Walker, great pick up one-handed. His man slipped over. Walker picks up the top. Looks to Gillespie. Gillespie over to Koswara. Gets nutted. There's a penalty coming again. That is going to be an illegal body. And he's going to sit for 1 minute.
Another power play opportunity for Western Australia.
Sorry to Luke Keesing.
Blue, 5-1. Legal body check, 1 minute.
So a legal body check. And here they go again. 1 minute penalty. It is 8-5. Oh, it's happening. It's heating up. The temperature may not be, but the game is.
It certainly is. 8 minutes 13 to play in this third quarter.
We saw the 7-1 quarter last night. Oh, and again, just misses the cage there. Koswara just needed to be another step higher.
Yeah.
And WA, they were up and about. Oh, good save there from Aaron. And Sean Aaron. I'll tell you what, we've seen a couple of broken thumbs in this contest throughout the week on goalkeepers. Shawnee Aaron, he'd be shaking his hand on that one too.
Yeah, there's at least 2 around that I know of. Maybe not broken, but definitely been hit.
Oh, and just, I'll tell you what, he ducked in there, Jackson Bowen, and that ball just skimmed over his back. He wouldn't have seen that coming. Ball on the bottom corner. Good save again there from Aaron. Comes off the stick. And a reset on the clock. So they have a full 80 now. Penalty has been released. If they can move the ball quickly, there's an opportunity, but not there. So 8-5 is the scoreline here. Ball comes up the top to Barron.
Barron looking for a drive now, top side in his left. Sends it across to Gillespie, backed up on that missed pass, and WA will retain possession. Hockey now trying to get inside.
A little flick back there from Hockey. And you can see this just starting to work. Everything's happening. That pass went back, and Koswara's sitting down the back picking it up. They have momentum.
Walker now from the top, sends it to Gillespie. Gillespie looking to move those feet.
Oh, I thought he might have had enough to let one go there again. And ball up to Ryan Hockey. He just dropped the ball again. Oh, and his feet, and falls over. Grass Monster got him, and that's going to be a push. And that's going out of bounds. No, he actually played for that push. I'd agree with that call.
You reckon he was flopping?
Absolutely. He's felt the pressure and dove towards the line. You know what? Good call, officials. Hockey throws that ball. Out it goes. And they'll be complaining about it over there for the push. But, yeah, Campbell McKinnon felt the pressure and just went for the big Superman dive. So ball here. Koswara. Double comes early. And good save again from Aaron. Puts the ball out there.
Both keepers have been brilliant in this quarter.
Lachlan Bound. Going some pressure here. Looks to the bottom hand. Gets it up and over. Oh, good check. But I tell you what, checked it straight into the stick of Campbell McKinnon. Campbell McKinnon, he sees pressure here. And ball is on the outer side. Bowater gets released. Good chase down there by Koswara. Dispossessed the ball from Moat, but ball went Victoria's way, and it just went straight back into the stick of Campbell McKinnon. But this is the first offense that Victoria
have had this quarter.
Look like they're going to get in. Howard fires and up and over the top. Well, I shouldn't say that. Bidwell Barton's had at least 4 saves.
Yeah, that's true.
But it feels like it's
been
the
a
first
big
offense that they've had in a long time.
There's been a lot of play down the West Australians end in this third.
So what have I got?
4:59 on the clock.
4:59 on the clock. Ball flips up to Plumore. Nearly picked off. Good work there. Fires Buchanan. Another big save. Bidwell Barton's been huge in this third term.
Running over the top there to Mac Allen.
Dives down. Ball comes up, but they've left their feet. Opportunity here. Ball comes to Walker. Too loose on that bottom corner. He's still left there, McGregor Allen.
And he's just saying, chill now, we're going to get a sub.
It comes up as we see Gillespie, Jordan Gillespie come on. Rodriguez to Bowater. Bowater over to Walker. Back to Bowater. And he says, give it to me. Thank you. Jordan Gillespie, picked up by Donnie Howard. They know each other well from the 23 Sharks team.
Yeah, they sure would.
Ball down the back. Now with Ryan Hockey. Is he the man again? I said he might be the man that just makes this happen today. On cue, he got a goal last time. Oh, good pick. And run straight. That'll be a cross check. Ball in the back of the net. So there's a penalty coming. And we have Koswara with a goal. That will be a cross check.
I was watching.
Legal body, sorry.
Yeah,
Goals all clear, gold 1. Blue 1-4, legal body check, 1 minute. It's before the goal, so we've got to face off.
And I think Socko's happy to wear that one because Koswara was able to capitalise. But I was watching Socko just try and get up off the ground there. And he did, and it worked. I mean, that was way to put your body on the line.
8-6 is the scoreline. And we've got a ball game on our hands. They're man up here, WA. Can they win the ball out of the centre?
Just needs to flick it out
Needs
to
to
the
find
open
some
man.
space. There it is. Space comes out. McGregor, Allen McGregor. McGregor, Allen McGregor. One of them. Picks it up and pops it down there.
So still time, quite a bit of time for the West Australians to use on this power.
As I said, he had a long stick earlier in the week, McGregor, Allen.
Yeah.
So when he's got a short stick, I think I'll call him Allen McGregor.
Okay.
2 disciplines.
2 different guys.
Yeah. So ball back up the top, but it's all been WA. I tell you what, another one. Oh, on the bottom corner, and that fires off as comes off. Has that got a reset on that clock? No, must have just come off. Deemed a shot. So ball up to Gillespie. Gillespie, man up opportunity here again. A big opportunity for WA. Oh, fires up and over there. Does Jaden Rodriguez. And even are the numbers. That's too many on. So that'll be offside. That's going to be...
Just looking at TK.
And we got a flag on the play. That'll be an offside call, I think. So ball back in. Fires down, a flag on the play.
And they'll get the ball back anyway.
43 offside. So offside call. I'm right on that. Did you see that? I was watching down this line.
I was watching the play and you were watching me.
I was watching and I saw that happen, and there was a man came on. He went to go over and it left the offense offside. So 30-second penalty again. Keep out of the box, Victoria, because WA, they're looking to really run home hard. Look inside, Koswara. Ball comes out. Ball to be won. Good work there.
Got to pick up the ball. Walker does. They're going to keep playing this offensive set. Walker sees someone inside. It's Koswara. Koswara's going to bump it across to Gillespie. Got Rodriguez just floating around the backside as well now.
Socko coming up on this bottom corner and fires up. I thought Socko, Ryan Hockey, was going to just step in on that bottom corner there. I think Gillespie was almost looking for him at that point. And fired the ball across. Good save again from Aaron. Picked up from Koswara. Koswara gets knocked over. Good save there from Sean Aaron. Another big save. And we've got Sydney Dunnan running down the field. Long stick comes on. Timeout is coming. And you can hear the crowd. They haven't had much to cheer about in this third term for Victoria, but Sydney Dunham doing a great job for his team.
Yeah, that was a really great sort of transition there. And great job by Sean Aaron. He just got peppered in shots and was able to hold out there. But and you can see Koswara's getting up. He's covered in mud on his back.
And 1 minute 39 left in this third term. We're back to a 2-goal game. It has been all Western Australia. That is a 4-0 third term.
Yeah, and yeah, 100 38 to go in the third.
But Victoria have the ball, and they've used one of their 2 timeouts in this second half. Yeah, as a coach, sometimes you just don't like to use your timeouts in the third quarter if you don't have to keep them for that fourth. Victoria obviously thinking they needed to use one then, just to as their long stick was in trouble.
Yep.
And that's okay, keep possession. But we have the ball going to start in the Victorian end as we get to just take a little breath.
Yeah, our production guys are running back and forth.
They're all
We haven't
over
left
that.
our seats.
We are just sitting here calmly now, Shindell, for the next minute 30-something, and then we may not stay like that, though. Ball to Plum. Plum over to Gibson. They haven't had that much offence this quarter, Victoria, and it's been the Bidwell-Barton show. Can't wait to hear the stats of saves in that quarter here from Timmy Dobson. For both keepers, they've been very good. Plum looks up. Plum does the swim move. Plum gets in, fires another save for Bidwell-Barton. Now an opportunity here. Hirsch picks the ball up. Needs a hand here. Looks up, gets over. So a minute 5. Looks in. Hirsch looks to fire. Hits his defender in front of him. Ball on the deck. Who wants it? Ball out of the stick of Gawley. Great pick up there from Rodriguez. Oh no, could have held a time out there, WA, if they needed to, but decided didn't have to.
Mac Allen to keep the ball in
Allen
play.
keeps the ball up. And now we have the timeout called. So I actually thought there might have been a timeout called here from WA on this top one when the ball got picked up there. But decided to waste one again. Well, not waste one, but keep possession.
Yeah, and what a week it's been, Tone. We've had the Olympic coaches here down at Footscray Lacrosse Club. So the Australian women's squad had a camp for the Sixers competition that's coming up soon in China, and that was in Adelaide at the South Australian Institute of Sport. That's right.
Fantastic venue down there at the Adelaide Institute of Sport.
Yeah, so Katrina Dowd and Adam Sear have been across from the US all week, and they've been here watching the games as well. And we've just been so lucky to spend time with them and hang out with them and just having a bit of a chat with Adam, and that interview will go live shortly. But great to have such amazing coaches as part of our program moving forward.
Look, it's a fresh look into coaching at the Sixers level for the Olympics. You know, and they've picked a couple of good coaches. So, and they would have loved the facilities down at the South Australian Sports Institute, as I know my daughter's part of that. And she just had the best 4 days at that camp and said learnt so much from being a part of that.
Yeah, and everyone I've spoken to have said it's been the best time. And we start the ball now in play with 41 seconds to go. Barham with the ball now at the top, looking to send it down the bottom corner to Koswara.
I'll tell you what, Shindell, if they can get a goal here before half time, before the fourth quarter, or the end of the third, this place will erupt. So currently down here with Walker. 20 seconds left on the clock. Back up here to Koswara. Looks over, looks up the top. Oh, gets a tip there. And there it is. Jaden Rodriguez up the top.
Look at the West
and look
Australian
at the West
fans.
Australians go nuts over behind their bench. That has taken a tip. Watch this. Up the top, Rodriguez gets the ball, gets down. It actually took a tip off the defender coming to him. Aaron was wrong-footed. It's gone in the back of the cage. We've got a ball game. 8-7 is the score.
As a West Australian, now this is becoming quite nerve-wracking. And I'm just trying to keep my composure.
14 seconds. Can they tie it up before the half? We've got a legal procedure here with a foot, and it's going WA. Time. 10 seconds. Can they tie it up? Oh, no. Ball gets tipped off. Walker picked up. Koswara overruns it. Just straight through he goes. That will be a loose ball push. You can't just run through the player when he's not watching. Victoria will take the ball. And that could end the action here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club as the Hail Mary ends up down with the kids down in the back corner. What a ball game.
I know. The West Australians that are here as fans are going absolutely nuts right now, and as they should be. But let's just have a chat with Timmy Dobson and hear what he's got to say about the game in that quarter.
Well, Shandell and Tony, thank you. You won't believe what happened. I said at the halftime break that what we were seeing, there was a difference in number of shots on goal. With 1 point the difference in the game, WA have now had 25 shots to Victoria's 26.
Wow.
We are almost at level pegging. Saves, Sean Aaron, 16. Jay Bidwell-Barton, 13. I think a big difference there in that quarter. We saw WA are moving Sean Aaron. Obviously, that last one a bit of a tough one, but WA are moving Sean Aaron in the goal, not giving him easy looks. At the other end, the Victorians are leaving Jay Bidwell-Barton plenty of space, and he's set before every shot. It's hard to beat a goalie when they've got time and room and they can see the shot coming in. It's like three-point shooters in the NBA. If you give a guy space, everyone's a good shooter. If you give a goalie a good look at this level, every goalie's going to be a good goalie. So Bidwell-Barton stood tall for his side. What we need, though, from either of these sides is that tidy up of play. Its turnovers still seem to be the big factor, and that's what's led to WA getting these shots.
And Timmy Dobson all over it. He'll be watching this fourth quarter. What we've got is a one-goal ball game. I've asked for a golden goal. Am I going to get my wish, Shandell, in the last game of the tournament? Ball back in the centre. Ball to be won. Clark gets the ball out. Oh, he's just spun there. I tell you what, that was the best pirouette I've seen, and I've seen some ballets.
Ball now at the top with Campbell.
Campbell McKinnon. So can Victoria just get on the scoreboard? It was 5-0 in that third term. We saw WA do that last night with 7-1, and maybe it's not a coincidence, but wow, 1-goal ball game. You wouldn't have picked that at the half at 8-2.
No, definitely not. And here we are in the third, starting the fourth.
So 15 minutes later,
Things have changed.
They have. Good work there, Campbell McKinnon, as Daniel Bowater certainly went to work and made sure his stick was strong enough there. Ball, good double. That ball's just loose. Ball on the crease. Ball to be won. Defenders all over it. Great check there. But ball comes out the back, Dennis. And picked up there. 15 seconds on the shot clock. So can they keep him out? No shot here. Looking at no shot. Great work. Lifts the stick. And the ball hits the ground. He's holding his stick. That will be a WA ball. As Mitch Baker actually grabbed the stick of the WA player. So WA with an opportunity. Oh, great outlet. Bidwell Barton just tipped off the stick. Is it getting dark out there as well? Ball to be won. Walker, Mr. Consistency when it comes to ground balls.
Yeah, so composed, isn't he?
And it is ball down the back. Ryan Hockey. Oh, this game, it's had a bit of everything today.
It certainly has.
And I don't think it's finished. Ball up with Rodriguez. He's already got 2. Ball kicks over. Hockey fires. Good save again from Aaron. But ball bounces off. Ball to be won on the outer is one there. Lachlan Bound picks the ball up. Needs an outlet. Looks over. Finds Campbell McKinnon. And he will just bring it into the offense for Victoria. So another save there for Aaron. And ball down the back.
Victoria just wanting to slow it down now. Set up their offense. Got it through Mitch Baker. Chris Plum's come on. He's a man of magic, so we'll see. And here it is. They're trying to swing the ball to Chris Plum.
Yep, so Lorison kicks the ball to Plum, fires it over. It is very dark out here again at the moment. Those lights not taking that much effect, to be honest. Ball on the bottom corner. Baker looks to rotate around. Oh, Bidwell Baker! Barton, sorry. Just picking pockets.
Out of the back as well. And now he's being chased around the goal.
He's brought it back and in. Illegal procedure.
And will be sent to the back corner to the ref.
So, and the reason for that, he came out of his crease.
Yeah, and then stepped back inside.
And then stepped back in. Oh, and there it is. Jimmy Lorison. He has been just waiting to explode all day. And just one of those turnovers again, costing a goal.
Such a shame there for Bidwell Button because he did so well to grab that intercept out, but play started and then there was not really anyone sliding to the ball there.
Well, they were still trying to get back into because they all had broken. And by the time they got back, it was not there. So ball is in the middle. Ball to be won. Solder with the ball. Knocks it out. Good work there. Great extraction there from Mollison. And Mollison has a ball down the back corner as the another little thing starts to happen here. It starts to trickle with a little bit of precipitation, Shendell.
Yeah, just a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to really have much impact on the game, but...
It's not, but it is on our equipment. You've just got rid of our monitor, which is good. You're all over this.
Oh, I just worry that expensive equipment is worth saving. And here we go. Donny Howard looking for a drive.
Oh,
got the short stick match up. Aaron Batsis now swings it to Mitch Baker.
Baker has the ball up the top to Howard. Howard looks to drive on McGregor Allen. Stepping inside, we know we can't give him much room, fires, and Bidwell Barton again. Given the ones that he has saved today, that's an easy one.
And now he's just looking for his outlet. He's got the 20 seconds, so the WA guys have to work hard. Bowen's coming on off the bench.
Well, they can stretch here as Ashby Farrell stretches for Ashby Dennis, and one looks for the outlet and gives it there to Jackson Bowen. And then rotates back and up and over. And a good clear. That's exactly how a perfect clear should work. Just stretch the defender over the line, get a 2-on-1 opportunity and just do it easily. So ball down the back here with Walker. Now up to Jackson Barron.
Rodriguez just come on the field there now for WA, along with Thompson. Yeah, Thompson.
Yep, Thompson hasn't seen much game time today, but sometimes some fresh legs. He shot a couple of ripper goals the other night. And ball down the back, gets inside. And another one there from Walker. You'll see here on the replay, just lost his footing. The defender, and Smart, watch here, just gets there. And then again, just lost his footing. And you cannot give Lockie Walker space like that.
Yeah.
9-8 game on again.
9 minutes 46 in the fourth quarter of this championship game. 1 goal the difference as we reset for the face-off.
So really important, these centre draws. Clark up against Salter. Clark wins that one. Fires the ball down there to Aaron Batsis. Aaron Batsis gets pressure from Farrell. But Aaron Batsis was just rolling his legs out to the back. Finds Jimmy Lorison down behind the cage in the affectionately known X position. And ball back up the top. So it's rotated 180 degrees now. Plum up the top. Ball down to Lorison. They've set this wide set again. So automatically I heard the coaches there say, let's go to our process. And they've set this wide set again.
Yeah, and they're playing really wide offense, looking for this drive here through Campbell McKinnon.
Well, McKinnon gets in. Bidwell Barton, good save again. But McKinnon gets his own backup and a reset.
So it's a full 80 seconds now on the shot clock for Victoria.
But you see by this wide set that when the slide has to come,
it's a long slide.
Well, the next slide is even further. So if you can move the ball well enough, you'll create space in there. So they've gone really wide here. And Plum picks up his shorty. Box. He's played a lot of box across. That'll be a hold. So 30-second hold. And ball goes down.
Hold! Hand in the back.
That was
Go!
Mac Allen.
4-1! Hold! 30!
So again, one-handed, but one hand was resting on his back.
Yep.
So that is...
And I would say that's the box player in Mac Allen too.
Yep. And
Canadian
hold.
import here in WA.
Field Lacrosse. So man-up opportunity for Victoria, Queensland. I'm watching Queensland down here as well. They're just intrigued in this game. I looked up and saw Queensland guys in my vision. I went, oh, Queensland. Ball here. Aaron Batsis, good save again from Bidwell Barton. Ball, don't flick it back to, a little BTB from Lorison. And picked up, scrap goal, Mitch Baker. Look at him, down to the back here. He's just gone to the crowd.
Here I am,
And Mitch Baker, and I can tell you, the keeper there just asking why that wasn't in the crease. Watch here.
They tried to BTB it and the crumbs rolled out in the way of Mitch Baker. He literally just, almost like a shovel, flicked it forward into the cage.
Well, he asked that question of whether it was in the crease because if the player touches the crease in there before the ball crosses the line, it is no goal. So J. Bidwell Barton thought he was there. The official right on the line, so he was in the best spot. And another opportunity here for Victoria. Ball down the back with Gibson.
Gibson sends it down to Jimmy Lorison. Jimmy being really big in this game. Sends it back across to Cal Gibson. Gibson now waiting for the rest of the offense to come on. And here they are, Baker and Plum.
And another goal, though, with a penalty on the play.
Yeah.
So keep out of the box. That's all we've got to say. And ball will rotate down the back here. Lorison, they look to set wide again. One man in the crease, playing almost a diamond. Now they're playing a... another one. And Mitch Baker, he has just come to life. I think he likes a little bit of energy in the crowd.
Yeah.
And he's soaking it up. That's 2 in about a minute.
Yeah, that was a lovely goal from Mitch Baker. So you see, he's almost directly behind the goal and then decides to sweep around the back of the left, puts the stick in the left hand and sends it past the head of J. Bidwell Barton.
11-8, out to 3 goals now. Baker, sometimes it just takes something to switch you on.
Cometh the moment, cometh the man.
Yeah, but it is Mitch Baker in the last minute. Clark was good out of the centre draw. Up against Salter,
It's a
illegal
legal
procedure.
procedure.
That's a hold. So the reason for that is he had the hold, pushed it, put his stick back up, and then put it back down on the ball.
Yeah, okay.
You can't do that. That's a withholding call. Good work.
So we're back to even.
And that's 5 in a row out of the face-off for Victoria.
Yeah, right. So they've found the momentum again as Baker sends the ball down to X.
And ball down the back, Laura. And we see Gibson over to Lorison. Lorison, ball up to Plum. Plum just
so cool, so comfortable.
Just doesn't ever panic, Chris Plum. Aaron Batsis back to Howard. Howard looks to step inside on his left. And a good double. Gets past 2, gets past 3. And pops it up into the cookie jar. He is rattle. Top shelf.
Yeah, beautiful move, beautiful dodge there from Donnie Howard. So just watching, he steps around, tries to go topside, rolls back around in his right hand and puts it over Bidwell Barton's shoulder.
I'll tell you what, WA thought they had a drag car and they were neck and neck, and Victoria just went, let me put some turbo in this.
Yeah.
And they're just starting to get away. 4 goals up now.
Yeah, it's been a big quarter for the Victorians.
So after not scoring in the third,
And the difference now has been the face-off.
Clark absolutely eating it up in the middle. Lorison looks to fake the ball down there, just kicks it down to Gibson. So 4 goals, and they look to take some time out of this clock. 6 minutes. You've got another minute, you've got a minute and a half on that shot clock, so you can bring it down to 5. And ball comes over to Lorison, and they look like they're just going to hold the ball a bit here. No, rotations start to happen. Oh, back there to Mollison. Good save there from Bidwell Barton. Opportunity here. Tom Richards has Ashby Dennis up the middle, decides to go further. Farrell looking for a man, finds Ryan Hockey. Hockey steps inside. He wants to go Hockey, but runs into 2, 3, 4. Might get a hold call here and could be a penalty on. No, gets a loose ball push. I thought he still had possession there. But ball down on the back corner. Walker, we've already seen him try and step a little flick up. Oh, that's not great for Walker, especially not when you got Lockie Russell about to whack your hands.
You've got a player on the crease there, and Rodriguez, if he can get it to him, sees him, sends it. The backups with Western Australia.
And you can see the disappointment there in Walker. He saw that open up. Rodriguez, he's been good in front of the cage, already got 2 today. But ball down the back. There's no time like now. Hockey steps in and fires it up and over. And they're just going to have to try and make something here. And they're going to have to do it quickly. So ball down the back here with Koswara. 4 minutes 44 on the clock.
Ball comes high to Gillespie. Is he going to try and take the drive from here? He's matched up with the short stick with Plum.
Plum steps out. Oh, banged. Aaron just read that one so sweetly. And Plum, where's the hit? Just gets up. Oh, there's a box player if you've ever seen one. Chris Plum goes through 1, 2. He's just gone through 6 players. Plum down the other side. Aaron Batsis looks inside and has Mollison. And he just looked as cool as a cucumber then, didn't he?
Yeah, he had Ryan Hockey basically jumping at him. But no problem, Plum just keeps on running.
And Chris Plum getting a little bit of airtime there with his own little highlight package from that clear. And Howard, will they now try and take that minute and a half out of the time with this shot
and
clock?
Aaron Batts has gone really wide now with the ball.
Look at the spread they've given here. They said if you want to push out, Dennis looks inside. Good change there from Howard and slips over. So, Howard, yes, you do.
Dennis is just absolutely peppering him with checks.
That's like a boxer who's punching and the guy's just waving his head and not laying anything in the inside. Good save again from Bidwell Barton.
Got an outlet in Rodriguez, but gives it across to Walker, who's all the way down in the defensive half, which is quite unusual. Across field, he's got help in Bowron, and they've got
Bowron,
numbers.
He'll unload here, Bowron, if he gets a chance. Oh, on the bottom corner. Great look down at Koswara. There's still a heartbeat in this contest.
Yeah, and that was a really quick transition goal from WA. So if we look back at the replay, Walker gets the ball out of the defence, sends it across to Bowron. Bowron looks like he's going to push, but Koswara just presents and then puts it on the non-stick side shoulder of Sean Aaron.
I thought he was going to unload then. I think Aaron did too. He was setting up for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, because it looked like he was going to take that wind-up shot.
We've seen Bowron shoot some bullets from outside, but found Koswara a great pass there and good finish and a legal procedure, and it's going the way of Victoria again. Went early there. Did Aaron Salter. He doesn't agree with the officials' call, but they're on the spot. Ball here with Mitch Baker.
And again, this Victorian offense set has gone really, really wide. So there's 2 minutes 47 left on the play and still a minute left on the shot clock here for Victoria. So they can basically wind the clock down to a minute and a half.
And it's 10-12 on the scoreboard. So ball is going to kick on the outer side. Look how wide they've gone here, Shendell.
Yep. And now WA going to have to really start pushing out on the play if they want to stick in it.
What else is going to happen? Oh, sorry, 12-9 is the score as a scoreboard. And last 2 minutes, Tones up.
Tones is on his feet.
Tones is on his feet. Oh, and as Chris Plum gets dispossessed off his, Plum looks at, oh, little BTB! Just some party tricks there from Mitch Baker in the crease.
That was amazing. So Plum, we'll just watch the replay. Plum has the ball out wide, falls over a little bit with some, I think it was the grass monster there that got him, looks up, Mitch Baker's just in the middle and then over his shoulder. Nothing Jay Bidwell Barton can do about that one.
Tommy Richards ball watching there, and he will look at that and go as he just comes up to his backside as he ball watches, he steps in. And but a BTB from Mitch Baker as ball here. People just starting to slip
falling
over
over everywhere.
The grass monster. It must be that time of the night for them to come out. Ball comes the other side to Mollison. Mollison, where's a little check there from Koswara, gets off the bench. And ball here with Lorison. He won't want to go anywhere here. And they're being asked to step out. A minute 35 left. I didn't hear that call.
No, all I heard was gold ball and the crowd cheer.
Okay. So, and a flag on the play as well. So, flag here. WA still with an opportunity and fired up. So, we'll listen.
Is that a delay of game flag as well?
Yep. And let's listen in here.
No more. The whole time.
So there's two flags on the play here. So we've got a legal procedure for 30 seconds. And then 3-3. For another hold, by the look of it. So 2 penalties here for Victoria. They're going to have to use this quickly. A minute 24. A 4-man zone for Victoria. They need, what do they need? 4 goals in a minute and a half. Looks down, looks up, finds Rodriguez. Good save there from Aaron.
Aaron, in the right moment with a 4-man defence, was able to make a save.
And this is where they just go long, straight up the field, just like that. As Baker, and it doesn't matter if it skips out because they're going to have to clear this ball, which is going to take time out of this game. Under a minute to go here in the men's 2025 Lacrosse Australia Men's National Championship. Ball comes up to Walker. Walker, still a 4-man zone here. Walker over to Gillespie. Gillespie fires, and that one's gone past. Just about scaring the spectators down the back there. They didn't realise there was a fence there.
And we've got one of the penalties from Victoria release, so it's a 6-on-5 now in WA's offence.
So it could have been an unsportsmanlike on the other one for the minute. So ball here, 5-on-6. Good inside look, but turned over. And that'll just about do it, I think, for Victoria. Aaron Batsa says they have a break here on the bottom to Gibson. Gibson says, nope,
I know, and Cal Gibson was also
Not
Cal
going
Gibson.
to do that.
Mitch Baker was on the far side, but Victoria just holding the ball now.
Aaron Batts.
And they're all up and about on the Vic bench.
15 seconds to go. Oh, we've got a timeout here called to Victoria. And this is all about just getting around each other.
So Clark's had 8 face-offs of the last 11, and 8 of them he won in the last
That's huge.
quarter. So yeah, Clark absolutely been crucial to this comeback from Victoria in the fourth quarter. Statsman Tim Dobson with all the right information to help us out.
Again, I'm not a fan of this, Shendell. There's 15 seconds left to go, and this timeout is just all about celebration. And they know they're going to win, so they get in around each other. I'm not a fan of it. Well,
Oh yeah, true. No, they're not going to change. So there is another.
that is all.
Goalie.
That is all just about high-fiving each other. Not a fan. It's a bit like the.
I think when you're winning though, you feel it. Like
Oh,
I
know.
think I've been involved in one of the couple of those
get it.
timeouts.
Oh, I'm just putting it out there, Shendell. I'm not a fan.
Well, I hear you, Tony, loud and clear.
So, but Victoria, well, they'll start with the ball. And limited time left in this contest. They are going to run out winners. 13 seconds to go. Flag on the play. Oh, another flag on the play as Donnie Howard hits the deck. Because sometimes that happens where
Yeah.
all of a sudden WA go, well, yeah, we're 4 goals up. There's 15 seconds to go.
Goal
and
7, flash, 1 minute.
it just creates a bit of angst when it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And a penalty there for Ashby Dennis.
Now we just need to let Timmy Dobson know
Oh,
to start
sorry.
thinking about his MVPs because he gets first pick.
He does. And we are, there it is. Victoria run out. National Championship winners for 2025. And I tell you what, the guy in the cage had a huge day today, Sean Aaron.
Yeah, amazing.
Down the other end, Bidwell Barton was much the same. They run out winners 13-10 and TD last quarter, all Victoria.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the thing. It was 3/4 time. We're saying what's going to be the difference. Almost all the stats had gotten to level pegging in that one. 8 of 11 of his face-off wins for Sean Clark came in that fourth quarter. He was like Tyrese Halliburton for the Indiana Pacers. Just absolutely huge late. And I mean, that was the big thing. You look at Sean Aaron, 20 saves for the game. Jay Bidwell Barton, 18 saves for the game. Salter was almost there in terms of 50-50 between himself, Noah Jenny, and Sean Clark up until that fourth quarter run from Clark where he just absolutely put on the Jets. And you can see why Clark's a captain. He just stepped up. It was looking like it could have been WA's day. But coming into that fourth quarter, Sean Clark put on his big boy pants and got the ball. And that's what Victoria needed. And then you got the fire starter, Mitch Baker. I think he loves the momentum, but can also get himself rolling. So you saw a few emphatic goals from him, and it was the Victorians just put it on when they needed it. And I think WA just couldn't find the answers in the end there when Vic were getting first use of the ball every time.
Well, they certainly gave the arm wrestle in the third. They put themselves back in the contest to 8-7. But again, Mitch Baker steps up 3 in the last term. Outstanding to, as you say, just light a fire in the Victorian team. Your MVPs for today, Tim Dobson.
It's hard to say. I mean, you've got to think where are the coaches' heads at? I mean, for me, you look at the 2 goalies, both almost at 20 saves. You know, Aaron with 20, 18 for Bidwell Barton. That's MVP performances from 2 players. But at the same time, you know, Salter was huge all day in the middle, kept WA in the game. You then look at, you know, Sean Clark was the fire to get the Vics going. Do you give it to the slow burn or do you give it to the consistent goalie? It's hard to say. For me, you know, and not that I'm biased, but I think personally both goalies were standouts for their team. I think the other guys, you know, WA, it was a lot of guys doing their job, and I think the strength of them in that game wasn't any one player playing a belter. It was all the guys in golden jerseys working for the other guys in golden jerseys. For the Vics, there was a bit more in terms of the fireworks. A few spectacular goals from Baker. Donnie Howard was all over it. You know, I mean, I don't want to sound too biased, but Dobson was looking really good on the bench. He gave out some huge high fives. Just got to shout out the baby brother.
Team game.
You know.
One team, one dream, baby.
Not to sound too biased, Bowen from WA, fellow UMO Trojan. Got to respect the fellow alumnus there as well. But no, I think both goalies were huge.
Yep. So both goalies, I think he probably just took our tips too.
I know, so now I've got to
Lindell.
think of someone else. I will go Mitch Baker because he put a bit of fancy stuff on the field because I can't have Sean Aaron. And from Western Australia, I actually think Mac Allen was pretty good.
Yep.
He did a lot of work in the midfield. He played, he's been alternating his stick all week, like same as Ashby Dennis, shorty, longy. So I'll go for Mac Allen.
All right. Well, I've got to have someone, and I get third pick, so I think TD might have both of them just personally.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Sean Clark in the middle for Victoria. He was the difference maker in that last little bit. And for WA, you know, I like the defensive efforts, and they don't often get regarded, but I think defensively they did a great job today. And I think Luke Wally did a great job early and just managed to, he was doing transition
I agree.
balls, knocking things down. So I've got to have one. I probably would have gone the goalies too, but Luke Walton for me. So we will, as the players just head there to shake hands with the officials, and then the two coaches will announce the
MVPs.
And the closing ceremony will be here. And I believe
It's about half an hour away, so
we're just getting confirmation whether that will actually be streamed. It depends on the weather. There's a front about to come in, and there's a bit of equipment that needs to be out. So we will let you know about that one as we hand over here in 2 seconds to the GM, Mr. Pete Unwin, who's done a great job. He's been inside most of the day. He's outside. He's doing a heap of work. And the two coaches, respectively, are about to announce their MVPs, Frenchie and Gareth Allen.
All right, guys, we'll get underway. Fantastic close to a great week. I know it's been wet, it's been cold, it's been very windy, but the efforts on the field have been fast and furious. We've been really impressed, and we're grateful for the efforts that you guys put in. Congratulations, Victoria. It was a hard-fought win. You got out very, very quick to begin with. WA catching up there. We thought it was going to be possibly Watty's first golden goal of the tournament, but it wasn't to be. I'll hand over to WA coach Frenchie for a few words.
Nobody needs to know the real name. It's an alias. All I can say is WA boys are really proud of the way you fought back and kept it out there and got back in the game. All the young guys, I think we've got 6 rookies in this team as well. 7 in the team. Proud of every one of yous. We just got to keep building and take it forward, and we'll be back next year. Victoria, you guys are outstanding. Have got a good unit out there this week. You deserve everything you've got this at the end of the tournament. Something to be proud of for you guys. Your best today was Shawnee Clark.
and Sean Clark, the man for Victoria, so stepped up.
And we'll hear from Gareth Allen here.
Thanks, everyone. This team in particular has been spoiled, not only in terms of commitment, but in terms of resources. We had an absolute village driving this team and their operations, physiotherapists, social media, mental health, everything. We wanted to give these boys a professional program, something that would require a high level of commitment, and we got that from every single one of them. I think that was fundamentally what got us over the edge in the end to Western Australia. Incredible character, grit and determination to fight back and turn it into a contest. Our focus has been on riding stressful and pressure situations, and you definitely gave it to us in the third and fourth. So congratulations, please keep your heads high. This is the start of a very exciting time for lacrosse in Australia, so really looking forward to seeing you guys back here next year. In the spirit of resources and commitment with this team, a really good illustration of what this team stood for was a commitment by one of our assistant coaches to come on board from a different state. It meant we had a decentralised coaching structure. We had to invest a whole lot more into the team. So to present the MVP for Western Australia, I'd like to call forward our assistant coach, Travis Roost.
Look, congrats to our boys. Thank you, WA, for a great contest. We knew it was always going to be a hard-fought contest, but this guy has been great all week, and the MVP for WA goes to Jay Bidwell-Barton.
And there it is.
So, Jay Bidwell-Barton, Sean Aaron. I'll tell you what, there was one Sean that was going to get it. And Sean Aaron, he could be a little bit hard done by there.
Yeah.
But Sean Clark was amazing in the centre when it mattered. And he just got it done in that last quarter. Stuck his hand up and said,
let's play.
Let's not do that, WA. And we have our national champions, both men and women, crowned. We have South Australia for the women and Victoria for the men's. I'm sure both of those camps will be partying hard tonight as the players just get around each other there. We might just say our thank yous for the week. It has been a long, beautiful week of lacrosse, and we are about to just end it here with no rain, which is fantastic. And a thank you to Christian Leray, who's been on the camera all week, braving the elements.
The people's champion, I'm calling our cameraman this week.
Sam Voisey, we cannot forget him. He was on the outer one.
Yes.
Braving the elements.
I made sure he got a look on the Instagram page. So if you make sure you like that photo, because he's done a great job.
He does indeed. And we had Timmy Dobson. He came in today, just pinch hit a couple on the outer side. And our stat man for the last two games, and he was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Shendell Oliver, you're amazing.
Thank you, Tone. I just love being here with our team. We're a small team, but we're a mighty team, and I think we do a great job, and I look forward to whatever we're working on next as a crew.
We are, and bigger and better. And to Blake Billsborough, well, the Padawan apprentice to one Scotty Gill, he's done a great job. He's been running around just left, right and centre, and he's chasing balls over here and doing this. So Blake Billsborough, fantastic job, mate. Scotty Gill, mate, it never happens without you. I don't know. I look on this bench and I see so much equipment, and all I'm good with is a phone charger. You do everything amazingly well, mate, and kudos, big kudos goes out to you, because we can't do what we do, Shendell, without Scotty.
Absolutely.
And look to the other than that to the Footscray Lacrosse Club.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And the QR code. We're always selfless here in the Australian Lacrosse Network because we give so much and we do it for nothing. But if you liked what you see, there's a QR code up there. Get on, donate. All the funds go to the volunteers for the Australian Lacrosse Network. We will put it to good use and more equipment so Scotty can show more things. And it's fantastic. So use that QR code. On behalf of myself, Tony Watts, it's always a pleasure to bring you live and free lacrosse on the Australian Lacrosse Network. And from the ALN, well, there's only one thing to say to our brother in the sky, and that is until the sticks are swinging. We'll see you soon.